Hey guys, it's Kiki here. Welcome back to my channel. So we are in the full swing of wedding season, and I am actually in a wedding coming up here soon. So I wanted to practice doing my makeup to make it flawless and last all day. So if you have an event coming up, or if you want some tips and tricks on how to make your makeup last, or you want to see how I got this kind of dramatic neutral look that you can wear, then please keep watching. All right, so first I'm going to start on my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape as kind of a primer for my eyeshadow. The reason that I'm starting with my eyes is if we have any fallout from the shadows, I don't want to have to try and fix my foundation under it. I just want to get the eyes done first and then have a flawless foundation at the end. And then to make sure they don't crease, I'm going to take just a little bit of powder and set that on top of the base that we just created. And for my color palette today, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35V. For the kind of all over transition shade, I'm going to be going in with a mix of Vixen and Scandal here. It's kind of a camel color, but it still is more of a cool tone brown. And I'm going to try to stick to cool tone colors today because the dress that I am going to be wearing for the wedding is a light sky blue. So I don't want to mix a bunch of warm tones with a cool tone dress. I want to kind of stick to the same color palette so that they work nicely together. And even though it looked a little cool tone in the pan, it did come out a little bit warmer than I wanted. So I'm going to go into my very dirty Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to take the shade Rustic and put that on top of the Morphe colors. And then to start darkening up the crease, I'm going to take the Cypress Umber. This is the dark brown cool tone shade, and I'm just gonna start working that into kind of the outer crease of my eye. And I want to make the eyes just a touch more dramatic, so I'm going to go in with Noir, it's the black shade, just on the very, very outer corner to kind of draw that darkness into the corners so it opens up the front of your eye and slims down the outside. And this is another reason that I do the eyeshadow before I do the base makeup, especially with the blacks. There's a lot of fallout. So you probably can't see, but there's some underneath my eye right now, and if I try to wipe it away, it will just leave black streaks. So then I'd have to redo all my makeup. So that's why I like to do my eyes first when I'm going for a more dramatic look, or if it's a really big event like a wedding where you want it to be crisp and perfect and your foundation not have any smudges in it. Since the inner third of my eye did stay lighter and didn't have too much of the darker colors bleed onto it, normally I would just put my shimmer shade in the first third of my eye and not worry about it. But since this is a wedding, I am going to cut my crease so that the light shimmer shade really has something to stick to, and we'll make sure it stays all day. So while it's still tacky, I'm going to keep my eyes shut and apply the light shimmer shade. And then for the center of my eye, to kind of bridge together these really dark colors on the outside and this bright shining pop on the inside, I'm going to go back into the Morphe 35V palette with this cool tone brown shimmer shade at the bottom here. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that into the center of my eye to help bring those together. For eyeliner today, I am going in with the Hourglass Voyeur. This is a waterproof mascara with a really fine point. And this, or not mascara, I'm sorry, eyeliner. But this dries down so rich, matte black. I absolutely love it. And it lasts forever. Even when I wash my face, the eyeliner is still like perfectly intact. So that is what I'm going to use to last all day long today. And because I really want my eyes to pop from far away, I am going to put on fake eyelashes, but I'm also going to put a coat of mascara first to make sure that it blends in well with the black false eyelashes. That way we get all of the foundation or eyeshadow that's kind of fallen onto my eyelashes out of there, and now they'll match the same color. Also, if you are a bride doing your own makeup, or if you are a bridesmaid or just a guest that gets pretty teary-eyed, make sure you use waterproof mascara. There is nothing worse than having mascara streaming down your face. So if you use waterproof in the false lashes, it should hold up really well. And for the lashes today, I am using the Kara Beauty DW. They're demi-wisp eyelashes that look absolutely beautiful. They give it that drama, but they don't look super fake. I mean, they still do because they're dramatic, but they have the wispies that make them look a lot more natural than some of the bold, thick lashes out there. And these are only $1 on shopmissa.com. I found these, I love them. They're kind of a dupe for the Ardell Demi Wisp lashes because these are only $1, but you do have to order them online. So I would say a good second choice is the Ardell Demi Wisps if you need a good wedding eyelash. Right, eyelashes are on. If you have any questions on how to put on eyelashes the best way for beginners, I have a video that I will leave linked above and down below that is how to apply eyelashes for beginners. So I skipped that for this part of the video. So moving on to face makeup, you really want to make sure that your makeup lasts all day long, so you need a good base. You need a clean face, a little bit of moisturizer. I let that all sit in while I did my eyes, and then now I'm going in with a primer. So today I'm using the Hourglass Veil Primer. And this will just really help to lock in your, well, it fills in your pores first of all so that your makeup goes on really smooth on top of it. And it will help give a good base for the foundation to stick to so that it lasts all day long. Now I have more broken out skin, as you can see. So I want to go for a full coverage that's really gonna lock in and last all day. So I'm gonna do a combination of the Hourglass Stick Foundation and the Maybelline Super Stay. This is so far my all-time favorite foundation. It really just covers like a mask and stays all day and doesn't do a lot of the separating. And the Hourglass does also, but this color is a little bit too light for me, so I'm gonna kind of try to accent it where I would normally highlight and combine the two. And I have found that a damp beauty blender does the best job to really lock that in, and it kind of absorbs some of the excess foundation, but also does a good job of evenly distributing and making that kind of airbrush finish. And if you don't have as discolored or acne prone skin, you don't have to use such a thick foundation. But for me, I find that these full coverage foundations really help to last all day long, even if you don't need it for the coverage of acnes or scarring or discoloration. It still really helps to lock in all day and stay. And don't forget to comb down your neck so that you don't have a blunt line at your jawline. And to conceal under my eyes, I'm gonna go back in with the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the color Fair Neutral. So since I highlighted using my foundation, I'm not gonna do my forehead, nose, and chin, but normally that's what I would do with my concealer to brighten those areas that you wanna bring the light to. And I'm just putting a little bit of extra powder on all of those areas that I like to highlight and areas that tend to get sweaty first. So your nose, your T-zone, and your chin. That way it'll really lock in the foundation that's there and help to mitigate the shine. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush and the Hourglass Ambient Dim Light powder. For contour, just to really chisel out my cheeks, I'm gonna go in with my really old Smashbox contour palette, and I'm going to use this Cool Tone brown shade. And I do not contour regularly, but for special events, this is what I would do. And for bronzer, I'm going in with the Lisa Frank times Glamour Dolls. This is the Bitten and Bronze Matte Bronzer. This came in my Ipsy box forever ago, and I just love it because it's kind of the perfect mix of cool tone and warm tone. It brings some warmth to your face without being super orange, so that works well for me. And then dusting off the excess bake under my eyes. So now I'm gonna go back into the Soft Glam palette to do underneath my eyes. And I'm just gonna take that first shade we used, Rustic, which was that kind of medium cool tone brown shade, and just buff that out under my eyes. For the inner corner, I'm gonna go back in with that bright shade Dreamer from the Norvina Anastasia palette. I'm just gonna pop that right into the corner of my eye and kind of on the lower inner corner. For blush, I'm going into my Tarte can't speak today. Tarte Amazonian Clay palette. Whew. And normally I go for these kind of mauvey darker colors, but since I'm wearing a light blue dress and kind of want a fun pop, I'm gonna go in with this brighter pink up here with a very light hand. So So now that I did the lower lash eyeshadow, I'm going back in with some mascara just on the lower lashes. Okay, now on to eyebrows. So my eyebrows are pretty thick and filled in already, so I just use a definer to help kind of fill in the front portion of it and brush them all in a good direction. But if you need to draw in your eyebrows more, then you may want to do this step earlier on. And then to lock them in place, I either use a clear gel. This one's just by e.l.f. and I think it's like $3. Or I'll use the Benefit Give Me Brow. Since they are a little bit darker today already, I'm just gonna use a clear gel, but if I need some additional help filling them in, this one works really well. Second to last step. Feels like it's been taking forever. So for highlight today, I'm going to use the Ofra highlighter in Star Island, and it's a really pretty, like, bright champagne. Since I have a lighter skin tone, this just makes a really nice icy pop. But you can also use a warmer tone if that works better with your skin tone, or just looks better with the color scheme you're going with. Since I went for cool tone, I want to use a cool tone highlighter. And then to lock everything in and make sure it really, really stays all day and doesn't budge, I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter. All right, and last we have lips. So I want to go in with a really light nude. I don't want any bold colors kind of overtaking since I'm in the wedding party. You don't want to be up there with a bright lip. So I'm going in with this Tarte Nude color. This is from the Tarteist Lip Paint Christmas collection. So it doesn't actually say what color it is, but just a light nude. And for just a little pop of shine, I'm gonna use the Cosmakery in Ballerina Lip Gloss. All right, I'm gonna go fix my hair and I'll be right back. All right guys, that is everything I have for you today. This is how I do my makeup for events, special occasions, weddings. If you're trying to slay your everyday, this is what I do to really lock it in and make it stay and look flawless all day. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or learned anything today. And have fun if you're watching this if you're getting ready for a wedding, your own wedding, or a special event. Have fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.